Hi, beautiful people. Welcome to another pick a card reading. You may have noticed that I didn't get to post the lovers reading this week, but don't worry, this Celtic cross spread is a general message, so you may well get your lovers reading here. Yes, take a moment to look at the cards, pause the video if you need to, choose which pile has a message for you. At the end, I have some beautiful new Starseed Oracle cards and Star Temple. So looking forward to weaving those into my readings moving forward as well. I hope you enjoy your message. See you on the other side.
Hey, this is for everyone who chose group number 1, and I'm just going to jump straight in. So this could be about any situation for you. This is a general spread, but so it could be relationships, work, whatever. I'm not doing the relationship reading this week. Just been a bit too busy, and hopefully next week we can. So for those who missed the lovers reading, this might be your lovers reading. We've got the King of Wands, the Page of... Well, that was the other way around. Page of Wands, King of Wands, and the Hanged Man in the middle. I've got some extra cards here for throughout the whole reading. So perhaps some information has come in to cause a need to pause and reflect or reevaluate something that's going on. There could, if this is a love connection, there could be a current pause in the connection. This is something to do with the bigger picture and what you're trying to create. Perhaps that vision has shifted based on a change or some information that may have come in. This can be a messenger. There could be, if this is a relationship reading, there could be an age difference or a development difference. There's some expansion waiting to happen, some growth. Like if there's been some sort of altercation, and if things have moved in, if things are in amicable territory and things are quite calm, there's still more developments or still more to come here. There's pausing. It's not. There's more to unfold, obviously here. But this is definitely cause to pause and reflect on what's going on, where you're headed, what the bigger picture is going to look like. Perhaps some new ideas that you were ready to drive ahead with have been stopped, or for whatever reason, something to pause. And we've got a lot of retrogrades right now, so things do get paused. Things happen, right? We've got a lot happening. Wouldn't be surprised by anything anyone tells me at this time. Somebody's going through something somewhere. Anyway, the challenge is Justice, Three of Wands, and the Three of Swords. So basically what I was feeling before with this, waiting for expansion, waiting for perhaps a conversation to get some clarity here in the situation, someone to speak their truth here, breathe a bit of life into this. Healing needing to be done. We've got this Three of Swords here, so that is heartache. And I feel like we're waiting to shift that heartache into, I feel like there's work to be done here. If this is a relationship reading, it's the coming together and the discussing how to put that to rest and move forward into a more expanded version of love or way of relating. If this is to do with the pause that you're waiting on, if this is to do with work, it's like something's paused here. We've got this waiting card, and that could be causing anguish and stress. Perhaps you needing to, for whatever reason, this. Waiting for a justice to be served in a situation, perhaps as well. If this is a huge ongoing issue, the justice card can often represent. Court systems and things like that, legal paperwork, all those sorts of things. There could be a hold on that stuff, and I just feel this sense of I'm not sure if it's separation between. If this is a couple thing, there's this sense of separation and pausing to expand, pausing to reevaluate. It's healthy. I feel like whatever pause is happening, it's not something to worry about or fear. Like, it's healthy. It's happening for you, not to you. It's divine timing. It's it's things cooking in the background. It's trust the energy of each unfolding petal of this story, of this flower, and trust that it knows how to unfold and when to unfold. And beliefs keep flicking somewhere in my head. So in the beliefs, we've got more pause and reevaluation energy. Judgment, 4 of Cups, 7 of Cups, got a multitude of options in front of you, due to perhaps something that didn't work out for you, some people. I feel like new information may have come in, or some developments happened, and it's definitely enough information or reason to look at this situation differently. And it's been challenging to do that for some of you. It's challenging to let go and surrender, perhaps, or to trust the path ahead. But there could be a situation here where you're just not sure if any of the options, like there's like a little bit of helplessness here, I'm feeling, like perhaps just not feeling very trustful of the options in front of you, if that applies. The tripod keeps dropping. I'm going to go and buy a new one after this because it's got a bad suction cap. So anyway, a bit muddled at the moment, a bit not unsure, but sort of feeling your way through, and any guidance might be coming through from Spirit with this Judgment card. Sometimes that can be epiphanies and realizations, and that calling from on an internal level to make a shift or to go a different way, but just not sure perhaps which way to go at this time. There's deep pause, deep reflection, deep reevaluation for this person who I'm speaking to, this situation. The root of the issue. I don't know why the 5 of Wands is there. I'm not sure if that was meant to be there. But we'll take it. I don't recall that being there. I pulled 4. It might have dropped as I was shuffling others because it was in this pile here. But so we'll read the 5 of Wands with this anyway. And then because the root of the issue does look like to be some sort of heartache and conflict, and we're needing to breathe new life, healing, energy and expansion into that situation to shift it, to move it, or to remove it. If there's something that's happened that doesn't belong in the picture of what you wanted to create, there's some anomaly, get your tongue around that. There's something's come up that doesn't fit in what you wanted to create, and you want to remove that. It could be something within your psyche or within your behavior, or if this is a connection, this could be too many people involved, too many different conflicting ideas, not being able to meet properly in the middle, different pages, right? I see this here as well. If this is a love reading, we've got that King of Wands and the Page of Wands. So I'm not sure if I mentioned, but young energy, older energy, this could be a literal age difference or maturity difference in what you're learning. But this is calling for it. This is activated the crown and that spirit light. It's calling for that cosmic wisdom to come through and breathe life into this and give you the ability to shift your perception on this situation and to evolve, grow and expand, right? 3 of Wands, expansion. Conflict could have been the case in any, take it as it applies, right? So the root of the issue we've got, I feel like this could be separate, and I saw the Knight of Swords in my mind as soon as I was shuffling for that section, right? Temperance and the Wheel. So it's like you're in this place at the moment of like pausing, like surrendering to the pause and the unfoldment, and doing quite well at that. We've got beautiful balance here with Temperance and the Wheel. So you're trusting the karmic unfoldment of what's going on here and the cycles. You're witnessing this cycle. You're in this cycle. It is shifting. You're aware of it, and you're just holding space for self, staying in alignment, trying to check yourself. And I do feel like there's a lot of effort going into keeping yourself balanced, and that would apply. So for some of you, maybe there's more effort needed. But then the other side here I'm feeling with this Chariot, Knight of Swords, is this urgency to move forward. And for whatever pause. Again, I'm reminding you now that this has happened for you, and it is perfectly unfolding. There's no point getting to the bus stop if the bus isn't ready to leave. But anyway, here, in the root of the issue, there is a movement forward. There is big drastic changes coming in, I feel. Like, this is 3 major arcana of 2 of these are very much about change, movement forward, and big shifts and next chapters and things like that. And this is can be quite driven to succeed. So these big changes and shifts are so some of them could be well overdue, but they're so necessary. In the recent past, we've got the Knight of Wands reverse. I don't typically take it, but it wanted to be that way, so we'll let it. 7 of Pentacles and the Devil. So more reevaluation of behavioural patterns, addictions, bonds, and things that hold you down or weigh you down, that are, attached to. This could be work addiction. It could be working too much, running away from problems, not facing things properly. It's that deeper shadow. It can be the things you hide from and avoid. It's so many things. It can be codependency in connection, if this is relationship. And Knight of Wands in reverse, it could be somebody hot-headed. Perhaps you've had an altercation with somebody who might need a little bit more self-awareness. Perhaps somebody who, there could have been some sort of explosion here. We've got that 5 of Wands as well. So in the recent past, there could have been that need for you to then pause and look at where you're investing your energy, and is this, do I want this? This isn't fitting into the thing I wanted, the picture I had. This is not what that looked like. And so there's this, I feel like you're pausing here in the middle and looking at this lower vibrational something, behavior, action, something, whether that's within you or externally, and you're looking at that and you don't want to feed that anymore. It's like, what wolf do you want to feed? And I look at this here, this 7 of Pentacles, as your creation. Like, he's feeding energy to this plant to make it grow. And so, yeah, there seems to be a pause and like, hang on a minute, I don't want to create this. I'm looking at my manifestation here, and there's something in it I don't want, so I'm going to clear that out, whatever that was. Right. So in the near future, today, tomorrow, moving onwards, Page of Cups, 10 of Swords, 6 of Swords. And then also grab the, I'm not sure, can't remember why now, but I also grabbed the Queen of Swords and the 10 of Pentacles. Maybe they all came out or something. And so this is exactly everything. Again, it's just a repeat of you reevaluating what you're manifesting, what you're creating, and this is speaking your truth on it, getting clear on it, calling the shots on it, on the bigger picture and what you're creating. This is your longevity card, the 10 of Pentacles. This is what you're creating, and this is like, you really want to create something. Oh, I'm almost feeling this perfectionist vibe, right? Like some Virgos listening right now or something. Let me just check the star signs here. We got Aries, Leo, Pisces, Gemini, Aquarius, Capricorn, Virgo, like I said. Stupid tripod keeps dropping. It's driving me crazy. I'm definitely buying a new one. ASAP, what was up to? Cancer, Capricorn, the star signs. Sagittarius is here as well. All right, leave it at that. So yeah, there could be an offer coming in from this person. If there's a younger person or a youngerly evolved person that you're dealing with in this scenario, there could be some sort of offer of communication or reconciliation or friendship or kindness or gentleness or communication of some kind. Page of Cups can sometimes represent that, but and it may be that you decide, 10 of Swords, 6 of Swords here, that you don't want to continue this connection with this person, and that you just decide to move on. For a lot of people, for the most part here, because we've got this Hangman expansion energy, this is, I'm putting an end to that behavior or any of these emotional outbursts or hot-headedness or any of that lower just not what you want in the picture, right? And I want an end to this, and I want to move into more calmer territories. I'm going to speak my truth on it, because this is not what I wanted in my bigger picture. I want this, right? The Ten of Pentacles here. I want this thing that I want to create. And that's why I was looking at star signs, right? Because I feel this perfectionist, like, you've got this image, this grand vision, and you've got what it takes to create it. Like, why wouldn't you? So why mess about? Why mess about with anything that's not going to fit that picture properly? Getting righteous. All right, so Six of Swords, spiritual transition, rite of transition. And so moving through something difficult and taking the wisdom with you, leaving the emotional baggage and attachments to the situation behind, seeing it for what it is, getting clear on it, and releasing it, forgiving it, moving on into what's next for you. Finding, like, right, this is like, right, moving away from anything, something, like, whether that's you're bringing that person with you still and just leaving the crap behind or not, it doesn't matter. You're moving through it and you're getting ready to step up and show up and build this, because this is showing up every day, just brick by brick, building something big. And yes, Page of Cups. It may also just be like, if this is relationship reading and you're discussing the things you don't want to take forward in connection, it's doing that gently. It's doing that with friendship, and it's with support and compassion for each other, if that applies as well. So we'll just put that there in the near future. Because this is progressive work. This is really progressive, intelligent energy. This is not dwelling or holding on to the things that didn't work about it, or spitefulness or anything like that. This is like, right, that didn't work. What will work? How can we do this? This is progressive energy. Self-perception, the Sun, the Emperor, and the Page of Swords. So yeah, setting healthy boundaries, getting clear on what you want, continuing to shine your beautiful bright light, and if that has been knocked out of you a little bit, it's bringing that back due to your own actions of self-care, self-parenting. I often see this Emperor can be that, it's that divine masculine energy, and it's stepping up and doing those things for self. It's taking responsibility and setting boundaries, perhaps with yourself. And beautiful Page of Swords here. Shifting perceptions, working on them in the mental realm here, breathing new positivity into the mental realm here, looking at this picture. I feel like you're trying to be an optimist in this scenario here. You could also be a little bit defensive and wanting to protect yourself from any stuff, to maintain your positivity, because this can sometimes be a little bit of a defensive card, or like a spying card, watching your back a little bit. So you may be watching over a masculine quite, like watching their energy, watching them grow and evolve, and hope that they're coming to the party here, if that was the case for some. For the most part, I feel like you are your own masculine, feminine, or like, don't get hung up on gender, like, just, you know what I mean. You know, you wouldn't be listening if you didn't, I'm sure. Right, so the way others are perceiving you, so I could definitely be reading for a feminine here, right? Because it doesn't matter. So Queen of Wands, this is beautiful energy. So the person closest to you, people around you, are perceiving you as in control of your path, and just ignited, on fire, know what you want, going after it, and not tolerating less. Helping people, assisting, sharing love and energy, and sharing wisdom, sharing friendship and kindness. This is such a beautiful, friendly, gorgeous connection. So the people around you that you're spending time with lately are really loving that opportunity to do so, and perhaps they haven't seen you for a while, some people, and you've reunited with some friends, or caught up after some restrictions have lifted, if that applies, or whatever. Like, there's this beautiful people enjoying you for who you are, and the little things that you bring to their life, like little quirks that you bring in, and just the way you are in your friendship. That's what I'm getting from that, big time. Psychic and connected, evolved, supportive, beautiful, rooted in nature, Queen of Wands, creative, passionate, fire, spreading the message of spirit, spreading the message of love, spreading the message of healing. Living a truth, embodying your just powerful person, okay? You're being witnessed for who you are, and like whatever this is that's come up, it may be something quite small, but you're handling it in true you form. So where are we? Action advice. Where are we? That's right, it was that way. So yeah, continuing to be generous and friendly and kind and supportive and keeping equal give and take in your connections. So I do feel like maybe there, if you had to recap, you might have neglected some friends or something and needed to, bring back a bit of balance into those relationships, like external from this situation, and holding tight to those closest to you in those ways, getting support from friends or this may also be that you need to get support from an organisation as well. This can be charity stuff, and this can be protecting your heart and keeping your cards close. The Four of Pentacles can sometimes be like keeping your foundation close, you're safe and like your home and protected and all that sort of energy as well. So advice could be reaching out to get help. If you do need assistance with something, to reach out and get that. But mostly when I did see this, the message I felt was that realigning with an equal give and take balance in connections here, in this connection, in this situation, making sure that things are equal and fair, perhaps waiting on that to come about. And perhaps it's you that needs to apply it. It is in the advice section, but that Justice card does want balance. We have got that Six of Pentacles, which is a perfect balance here. And the Lovers can be a decision made to align with your highest self's guidance. So you're aligning your will with divine will, free will with divine will, in as within, so without. It's all of that. It's so the advice for you is to continue in your power, continue working on what you're working on and building what you're building, and continue what you're doing. You're so powerful. I can see this. All right, and the outcome for you is beautiful. The World, the Star, and the Knight of Cups. And I just feel like there's so much here about like reconnection with friends. If you haven't done this yet, or you've just recently, continue to reconnect with friends and find ways to get out and socialize, because I do feel with this Knight of Cups, yeah, it could be love and romance in the outcome, but I do feel like this is love and romance with self, with life, just enjoying life, stopping, smelling the flowers, taking that extra moment to really enjoy the juice in that fruit or whatever. But yeah, World and the Star. Ooh, completion of a huge cycle here. This is gigantic. This is destiny alignment with that Star card too, and it's hope for the future. I feel like just closing something out from an empowered place. It doesn't mean a relationship has ended. I don't feel like that's the case here. Like, I feel like it's just a cycle that's ended, something that won't be coming forward. It's breaking down those old templates of love and connection, and starting to build again upon new foundations. Four of Pentacles that are equal, based in equal give and take, with the Lovers here too. Like, come on. So we're rebuilding the template of love here. I feel like that's the biggest thing, and letting it be what it is and not trying to make it. So yes, it fell down again. As I was saying, we're just letting love be what it is and not try to make it anything else what it isn't, just allowing it to unfold and show us what it wants to be, and stay free, stay lighthearted, allow this whole situation to unfold, whether that is love or work or family or however it hits. It's like the Lovers are taking over this little reading, but that's okay. You didn't get one earlier in the week. So I've got a couple of new decks today. I'm really excited to use them because they are Starseed decks. We got the Starseed Oracle, Double Mission, Lightworker, Starseed, serve the world by serving you. And that's what I feel you're doing. I feel like you're somebody who is in service, does work in service of some kind. And like that, A service to the light can be in the most seemingly mundane of jobs. But anyway, this is, if you pull this card, you're being called to remember your collective mission and step into it more fully. You're being reminded that your role as a light worker is to light up the world with your presence. And I do feel you do that in a great way. This doesn't have to be a great big thing or a decision you need to make. You also don't need to have a great big plan. But if you resonate with being a light worker, all you need to do is work out what lights you up, your joys and your passions, and keep doing that. And when you trust and follow the simple path of things that light you up, then lose yourself in the doing, you'll light up the world without even trying. And that is just so true. And that is everything here. That is everything here. Just keep going with what you're doing. This is an encouragement reading. Bravo for the cycle that you have recognized, completed, and transmuted, expanded from. The next card from Star Temple is the Mystic. I weave my magic and surrender to the universe. You're entering a powerful cycle of cosmic manifestation and abundance. Get ready for blissfully co-creating with the universe and opening to receive a steady flow of magical blessings. You are in your creative flow, crafting your magic with joy. In this space of creative bliss, success is simply a side effect. How's that? That is brilliant. Take this time to, work on what you're manifesting. This is wonderful. How beautiful. All right, okay. I'm gonna leave it there for you, and I hope that gave some clarity or comfort or guidance in some way. And I will see you again next week. Bye. Okie dokie. Here we go. Number 2. Hopefully the tripod doesn't fall down. I just did group 1 when 4 lots because it kept falling down. I had to cut it. All right. Okay, I think I've got a solid foundation over there. So starting with group 2's situation. So like I might have said in the first voiceover, the general reading, I didn't do the lovers this week. Didn't have the time to, but you can get your love reading here potentially. It's a general message, so it could be anything. And I often find that love readings can take over these general messages sometimes. But take it how it applies, guys. It's up to you and your sitch. So, your situation. 3 beautiful major arcanas here talking about deep inward reflection and what you're looking at, what you're manifesting and what you're creating. This is some deep reevaluation energy, totally in alignment with the current retrogrades that we have. Just hit a Mercury retrograde too, which is that big one, bringing out that Hermit card, right? Really, really going within to reflect here. Perhaps taking some time out from some people and situations to regain your own balance and composure. This could be a love situation that may be in a place of silence at the moment, needing to withdraw and reflect on some things said or done. So I will cruise through the energies, star signs represented here actually while I'm at it. We've got Gemini, Sagittarius, Aries, Virgo, Cancer, Scorpio, Aquarius. Doesn't have to apply though, guys. It doesn't have to at all. So anyway, I just thought I'd say that there because I noticed the Temperance Sagittarius was jumping out to me. And speaking of Sagittarius, King of Wands, right, in the challenge position. So this could be a very literal masculine in your life that is challenging to you at this time. This connection, perhaps letting go of a masculine is challenging to you at this time. Letting go of perhaps an image or a friendship or a connection might be really hard for you right now. Or perhaps bringing understanding into that connection might be hard, in connecting in friendship and coming together on the same page might be a little bit difficult at the moment for you in this situation, and it might be that you need to move on from this situation too. Something here might not be serving you anymore. And you might be going in within to reflect on what that means, what that is. This doesn't have to be a love relationship. Like I said, as a general message, it should be about anything. So, you know, this is a visionary energy, very creative, and looks at the bigger picture of what you're creating. Has so much potential and capability to really manifest and draw things in. Can also be sexual energy too. If that applies here, there may be something come up. If we've got Lovers card here as well, there could be something come up in around the nature of sex and connection, and how you connect, and releasing old. There's potentially a message here for releasing unhealthy sexual connections. Moving along in the beliefs, got the Seven of Wands, the World, and the Two of Swords. World came out reversed, so there's this hesitancy to close out a cycle here, and it's quite challenging. There's uncertainty. Perhaps there's not enough information. Perhaps there's more to unfold. I feel like there's more to unfold here, so it's not like you can close it out, even if you wanted to. This is like there's uncertainty, indecision. Perhaps you don't know if you want to yet. But the World card in reverse, like I don't typically take reversals, but you know, when they come out during retrogrades, I let them. I just listen because you know that's where I see them the most. When we have a retrograde, all the cards want to come out reversed. But then, yeah, you might have a lot of things coming at you, or a lot of ideas, or potentials, or tension coming at you, and you're just trying to ground yourself and figure out what to do, where to go, what. Like, I feel a little overwhelmed with this energy. Like, how can I move this forward? Is this right to move this forward? Do I want to move this forward? Is this what I want? Holding on to something and not letting go of something that might need to go can be the potential here for those cards. Root of the issue. There may also be here, that you're just not sure how to move forward with this. If this is a love connection, there's still potential here. For some people, the message is that you're having trouble letting go, and if that resonates with you, then that resonates with you. But if that doesn't, it may also could potentially be that you're just not sure how to move past this cycle, how to rise to this challenge and meet each other halfway and leave the crap behind and take the wisdom and growth moving forward, expand. How can we grow from this? Might be this. Like your belief system, like really struggling to find out how do I do this? Can I do this? Is this possible? All this stuff coming up. So yes, root of the issue, five of Wands, Emperor, and the Wheel, right? So the Emperor again, we've got this King of Wands in the masculine, this masculine energy in the challenge position, and we've also got it down in the root of the issue. This could be in relation to a number of different masculine elements. It could be literally a masculine partner in your life, your father, authority, or people of power or in authority in your life, people that can make those decisions. It can also be your own masculine energy. It can be masculine imprinting from childhood, from your father. It can be. This is in the root of the issue, so perhaps there's some patterns repeating here. If this is a love connection and you've attracted a certain type of masculine and there's a pattern here, perhaps that's a cycle you might be noticing. It may also be that this is, I do strongly feel cycles repeating here for a lot of people. That's why the Hermit's here, and you're needing to withdraw and gain balance and work out how to move forward and what's in alignment, what's right for me. The Lover's card is about what's truly in alignment with your highest destiny, and becoming in alignment with that. It's making those harder decisions, huger decisions, to pull yourself into alignment. This is you're going within to find out what is true for me, what is right for me, how do I deal with this. This may be a work situation too. This could be an employer, or how do I rise to this challenge, however it applies. Yeah. This could also be that you've set boundaries for yourself recently, and that's caused issues for people. If you have set boundaries for yourself, perhaps even taking the time out has caused issues. In the recent past, we've got 9 of Wands, 7 of Cups, and the 2 of Cups. So yeah, a bit of resistance to perhaps making a decision recently on a love connection could be the case, or a decision for self. Confusion about the decisions you're making, not sure. Maybe there's more information to come. Perhaps some information did come and that made you feel guarded and like you need to protect yourself and you're not so sure anymore. Perhaps there's this conflict has come up, and I feel like there's a lot of resilience here in this connection or situation. Like it stood the test of time or something. Like it feels like there's been like you are resilient for having endured this experience, perhaps, or yeah. But yeah, recent past, there's this perhaps trying to get more balanced and clear on where you feed your emotions, and what that feeds back to you, and how you benefit from where you direct your energy and your focus. There's a lot of realization happening here, epiphanies for you. Seeing, it's like perhaps some fog is lifted, which is interesting during a retrograde. Usually that clouds in, but sometimes, whatever. Perhaps the fog is lifted and you're starting seeing something for what it is, if there is something like that. In the near future, we've got Chariot reverse, 7 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, 4 of Cups. I probably haven't been showing the cards properly at all, have I? 4 of Cups. Rightio. So with this Chariot in reverse, and the Hermit as well, Temperance, but there's pause energy here. There is like a slowdown happening here, and it may be that you're just not sure. Like 2 of Swords is definitely talking about blindfolded here, not sure about which way to head forward. This can be perception battles as well, like choosing to look at something from victim mentality, or that this is against you, or that this is hard or fearful in any which way, or choosing to look at this like this is an opportunity for me. This is love over fear here, decisions and perceptions. And so there's this pause on where I'm feeding my energy here. What am I creating? I want this abundant, prosperous new beginning, but there's this pause and reflection energy here. Chariot's in reverse. The 4 of Cups is idle and in deep reevaluation of this new beginning that was to be created. So there's a lot of reflection. Stop, reevaluate, taking stock of what's going on. This is pause time. This is perfect Mercury retrograde reading in its true form. And I can see it in all in my own connections and life, and all the connections and friends around me. Everybody's I see these patterns are coming up just as they should every retrograde, And it's interesting because we just had the Venus one, and we took a quick breather, and woof, we're back in again, but for new reasons, new cycles, new things. Venus and Mercury can bring up a lot of similar stuff depending on what house it falls in, but because they're our personal planets, being so close to us, they have such a profound effect on our day-to-day relationships and stuff like that. Mercury being the mind and the way we think and all that. Self-perception, I like this. There's a lot of passion here, a lot of fire. 3, 6, and 4 of Wands here. So I feel the reason that whatever this is has come up is because you're somebody who is so aware. And so when something comes up that just doesn't fit, you don't want it in your manifestation, your creation, you don't want it, you're going to spot it and remove it, exterminate. No, not having that, because you're destined for success. And you only want what's expensive and healthy and truly going to support your life moving forward. And so you see yourself in this waiting energy. Yeah, we're waiting and we're reflecting and we're pausing on, and we're waiting for success to come in, new opportunities, reconnection with friends, like what's next for us. We know when we remove something that doesn't belong in our lives, that creates space for what does belong in our lives. And I feel like this is a master manifester here that I'm speaking to. So regardless of whatever this situation is, where something may be conflicting for you or hard or confusing, you still have so much belief in self and capability, and it's just like, you know, I just feel like you know how to surrender, you know how to live life, like you know how to function and receive information and process information and allow it to work for you. And I just see so much capability here. And this is self-perception too. You see yourself as a lot to offer, very successful in what you do, in the message you deliver, in the healing that you can bring to people, the expansion and message that you bring to people, that creative and play and fun and joy that you bring to people. Like, woo, settle down. I love it. I love you, whoever you are. I feel you. So outside, the way others are perceiving you, quite powerful as well, right? And so when you have this type of power that I'm reading for, it can't not be noticed by those around you. So we've got beautiful star, the judgment card, and the hanged man. I feel like you're a messenger, like you're constantly somebody who brings message to people, comfort to people, understanding. You help people come into awarenesses and guide and teach and help people in your own special way with your own special message. And so people just see you as a continuance of that, a constant, and as somebody who perhaps has a lot of answers, a lot of the answers, and people come to you for those answers. Yeah, I feel like the people around you, friends and such, I think they honour you. Yeah, I just feel this sense of they honour you and the message you bring and the knowledge that you share. But they also see that when you need time out, you need to take time out, and that may be the case here too. That there may be pause and reflection, and that I also feel like you're not afraid to reflect and to question yourself, and like you're not running out there like I have all the answers. That's not the case at all. You're so open and receptive to shift, to change, to expand. That is witnessed by those around you. Okay, tripod only fell once during this reading, so I'm happy with that. So what are we up to? The action advice. Death. Ten of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. So there is a sense of pause and looking at what you're in alignment to, what you want to be in alignment to, what you want to create, what you don't want to create. There's this cleaning of house going on for you, energetically, physically, whatever. But the advice here is to embrace these changes that are coming in from you. Embrace the things that need to fall away and allow them to fall away. If they don't belong, let them go. If they're going to evolve with you and grow with you, then they will. But you do not need to force it. And the message here is definitely to just allow things to fall away if they need to. And this is reliable, beautiful energy. And this is about relying on yourself to pick yourself up and move forward. Just step by step. Continue your path. Continue your journey. Embody your mission. Embody the highest, brilliant, most wonderful version of you. And walk that path and lay each foot down with that embodiment, with that intention, and just focus on what you're creating here. Allow what doesn't belong to fall away, and in that falling away you will continue to evolve and grow. And the advice here It's to trust in trust in the process, trust in the falling away, trust in the transformation, trust in the endings that are happening in your life right now. Now, the outcome position is a much more of that message. 2 of Wands, the Tower, 9 of Pentacles, right? It's a brand new, the world is at her feet, a brand new map, uncharted territory, right? And this new wand, this exciting new Ace of Wands, ready to go off on this brand new creative adventure. And then we've got this other wand, because it is the 2. This is the old path. You've been there, you've done that. It's a cycle, and I'm seeing that here. Like, we're looking at repeated cycles, perhaps, and not wanting to repeat those cycles anymore, blowing up those old foundations that just don't work. Tower card. To embrace you, to embrace your beautiful, abundant future and all that you can create and all that you can magnetize and draw in, and all that's waiting for you to experience and just pluck from these beautiful, abundant trees of life. This is very much, look at this similar energy. The 2 of Wands in the Tower, the Death and the 10 of Swords. This is in the advice and the outcome. So the advice was to let these things fall away. What will happen is that you will take a new path, and this will crumble. What wasn't stable, what isn't right for you will crumble. But you've got this beautiful grounded building energy of this new life, and so much to look forward to. So now we'll jump over to the oracle cards I've got for this reading. Starseed. You've got the Cosmic Heart, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. When you surrender to a state of devotion, you find yourself flowing with all of life. You're being called to refocus your attention deep within, to the intelligence of your own heart, to bow with deep reverence to your inner temple, to live your life in devotion to this place, and to make your life one big moving prayer. Perhaps you've felt a bit off kilter lately, sensing that the potency of why you're doing things has gotten a little watered down or weak. Perhaps you've forgotten what made you start doing them in the first place. If so, this is your call to take a moment to reconnect with the truth at the very center of your heart and get back to the essence of what you're about. Devote your life to what you care most about, to turn your gaze deep, deep, deep. There are seasons for harvesting and seasons for sowing, and right now you're being called to plant your soul's seeds and sing to them with deep devotion, to feed them with the sweet waters of your soul, and not lose yourself in the potency of what it is that most expands your heart. To lose yourself in that potency, to live your life according to what makes you come alive, rather than what everyone else thinks, to make your life one big moving prayer. This is such divine feminine energy, right? Okay, and I feel like I'm reading for a lot of twin flames here, a lot of divine feminines that are just, needing to focus. If this is twin flame energy, and I did feel that a lot from that card, if I'm speaking to feminines here, redirect your attention from your masculine if that applies to you. For those that understand this message, those that don't, leave it, don't worry. But focus on your mission and what you're building, and that will bring you into alignment. Don't worry about what they're doing at this time, if that's been on your mind a little bit, because we've, the next card for beautiful group 2 is from Star Temple is the Priestess. Embody. I am an embodiment of the divine feminine. Oh, that's stunning. Okay, so mysteries, intuitive insights, and hidden talents are being revealed to you. Your ancestral lineage and past life memories reveal ancient wisdom that embraces your feminine divinity. Go within and unlock and embrace your multidimensional priestess energy for higher learning and self-empowerment. Your higher purpose involves spiritual leadership, guidance, and healing, and you are an intuitive priestess of compassion, love, and wisdom. So get back on mission. Don't worry about anything else that's going on outside. Let things crumble away. They'll come back to you later if they're meant to be, but nothing matters other than that powerful thing that you're creating right in front of you. And I feel that in such a huge way. Like, okay, I'm going to leave it there, you gorgeous being. I love it. And I will connect with you again next time. See you later. Hi, everyone. This is for everyone who chose group number 3. And jump straight in. Okay. So it is clear that eclipse season, retrogrades are in full force, because I'm now at the 3rd reading and it's just the rippling effects have weaved its magic through each spread here. So situation and where group 3 finds themselves. The 9 of Cups, wishes fulfilled, wish fulfillment, what you're wishing for. Perhaps receiving wishes and receiving assistance from the universe at this time, assistance with moving forward, signs and synchronicities pointing you in the right direction to move forward. There's assistance here with the 6 of Pentacles. That is generous, helpful, equal, balanced help, assistance, fair, generosity, kindness, all that stuff. So now with the Chariot card, I get the feeling that this is a regained confidence in something. Like perhaps something's gone on here and it's like a restoration of self-confidence maybe in your ability to move forward. We'll see how that unfolds. In the challenge, we've got the 2 of Swords, 5 of Swords, and the Tower. And I think the Towers might have been in every reading today. Maybe in 2 of them. Doesn't matter. It's okay. We've got it here now. So the challenge is I feel like you're putting the challenge down, to be honest. Like there's this uncertainty of how to deal with it. Whatever it is that's come up for you, the Tower is a foundation that is crumbling. Something, when I said the Tower is crumbling, my tripod fell down, my tower crumbled. And I will say it again for this reading, I will be buying another one straight after I've done the reads today. I'm going to go to the shop and get one that's not going to fall down on me because, woof, it's been a journey. I'm just going to blame Mercury retrograde for my tripod breaking. It's new, so I thought it would be good, but apparently it was a crappy buy. And I would have bought it after retrograde started, so there you go. Maybe I shouldn't go to the shop. Yeah, don't purchase things during a retrograde. What am I thinking? Okay, so the challenge. Uncertain about how to move forward here. Feeling a little bit of fear, perhaps, in regards to moving forward, because there's disappointment energy here as well about something that didn't work out how you thought it may, or you hoped it would. Yeah, there's a bit of tension. There's a bit of tension and disappointment about something not working out how you thought, but you've been given assistance to move forward. So this wish fulfillment might not be showing up as a perceived wish at first. It may look like it not such a blessing in some circumstances here, but actually it is a blessing, or it is assistance in moving forward. That may be the case for some people here. Because sometimes we know blessings are wrapped up in different mysterious little packages, and they can be perceived as a curse when really... Anyway. Like that whole story about somebody's a rainy day. Like somebody like, oh, this is the most cozy, beautiful day, but there could be a bride down the road about to get married on the beach. She's like, no! You know what I mean? It can look different for everyone. Anyway, I don't know why I brought that up. Believes. We've got the 3 of Wands, the Wheel, and the 10 of Pentacles. So you are waiting for some sort of shift to happen so that you can be clear on moving forward. Maybe you're waiting for help to move forward here. But you are not tolerating less. Like I feel like a cycle is closed out, and where you have decided to remove something, or you're choosing you want to be careful with what you're bringing, what you're creating, what you're building here. And I feel like you've released something, or you are releasing something, or need to release something that's going to get in the way or potentially taint your manifestation. Might be the wrong words, but it's going to get in the way of what you want to build. It doesn't fit. It doesn't. There's something you're looking here at the bigger picture. You might be waiting for karmic events to turn and things to happen and unfold, but you're here showing up, and you're ready for the next step to perhaps be revealed to you if you're waiting for the next step to be revealed. And I do notice that all the reads today and just the current energy at the moment, there is this pause and reflect and not sure what step to take next sort of thing going on here. When you've got this Two of Swords in the challenge position, so perhaps a little blinded at the moment, not enough information coming in for you yet. Perhaps the Tower is right upon you and you can't see anything for the rubble and dust, and perhaps that rubble and dust needs to settle a little bit first. That might be the case too. Because there's like, as much as there is destruction going on in your life that I can see in these cards, it may be huge for you, it may not be showing up as something big, something is destructive here though, and doesn't fit, needs to go, is a challenge. So just as much as there is that destruction, there's this bigger picture I can see of just of blessing and potential and greatness that you can just harness and create. Your ability is huge. So in the root of the issue, a whole bunch came out. First of all, Two of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, Three of Cups. So yeah, indecision about a path to take, strategizing and how to move forward. Perhaps there's a friendship here that's been challenged. Perhaps you're unsure about a friendship, if it's right for you, if it's in alignment with you, and you want to keep that around or not. Or a love connection, perhaps. There's just this need. There's this need for balance here. I see it rippled out through the whole reading, this need for balance. Take that how it applies, whether it's you needing to rebalance where you give your energy and to yourself and downtime and all of that, or if it's something's out of balance here, I feel. So, yeah, you may be having a bit of trouble figuring out what to do next or how to handle a certain situation. The other bunch of cards that came out here was Eight of Swords, the Moon, and the Devil. Right. The Devil was face down. So it was like, perhaps you've been in denial about something for a while, some information or something, but haven't been facing something that you're aware of that's had you trapped, or you're aware you've been trapped, you're just not sure how to deal with it or how to get out of it, or were in the past perhaps. Yeah. There's the root of the issue is some deep shadow work, some deep core stuff going on here, whether that's being triggered or that's where your responses are coming from perhaps. Yeah, there's this deep urgency to free yourself from that stuff and move on from that. You don't want to bring it with you. You're looking at your wishes that you want, like the wish fulfillment. You're looking at what's next for you and what you're creating, the bigger picture here. And yeah, so recent past, Ten of Wands, the Judgment and the Justice card. Okay, so more heavy energy, some sort of burden. You will know what it is. It's your navigation, your life, you're navigating. But yeah, perhaps a realization here about a certain situation, and you're deciding to balance out those scales. If something has been out of balance and really heavy and too hard to carry, you're just making this decision for self. No, we're going to make this more equal and balanced. Is it something in the recent past where you've put a burden down perhaps? Necessary. Totally necessary, because it was something that it's either blocking your ability to create and manifest the future that you want, or it's just not necessary. You don't need that sort of burden. Whatever that was, you're putting that down. Near future, so we had Ten of Wands in the recent past. Ten of Swords in the near future. We've got a lot of huge closure type cards here. I'll go through the star signs while I'm here. We've got Cancer, Libra, Leo, Gemini, Capricorn, Cancer again, Pisces, Pisces again, Taurus, Libra again, Taurus again. Yeah. Not that that really needs to matter. It's just like could be in your chart if you're aware of your charts. But anyway, near future, Ten of Swords. So like I said, we've got this closing out. And that's what eclipses do. They bring us to huge karmic endings, huge cycles, gigantic ones. If maybe this cycle might, for some people, if you look back to January 2019, yeah, the start of last year, January 2019, around then, if something came to light or some sort of issue came up for you, and there might be a common theme here with what's been played out this month for you. And it might be something started then and finished now, or yeah, you may notice that. But anyway, here we are looking at alignment, looking at the decisions we're making for our destiny, for our positive, beautiful, bright sun energy future that we want to create and bring in for ourselves, for this gorgeous, life-giving, wonderful source energy. Ten of Swords, the sun, the decisions we make. So this is in the near future position. You are cutting out and putting an end to the things that just don't serve. If you're having trouble releasing them, they will be falling away. To make room for you to come into alignment with a brighter destiny for yourself. I'll just move straight along here. I found this beautiful with the imagery. It always captivates me with these cards. And how they can continue and ripple on into each other and stuff depending on where they sit. Now, I'll just do two first. We've got, this is self-perception, Magician and the Knight of Swords. So you've got this beautiful swirl, and I just notice how it touches, it sweeps around and kicks up to his feet, and that pushes his journey ahead. And I just feel like when I see, and then also, sorry, the next one, that the magic swirls over around the bike, and then off, and it sweeps around her. And it comes in perfectly down and then around, and it was just like the sweepy push it. Oh yeah, anyway, I love that. I love how these cards do that. They do it in all different ways, and I just noticed that magic. And this is your self-perception. So this is limitless potential. All your skills and resources being used to push yourself forward with determination to succeed and create this gorgeous, abundant future for yourself, whatever that may be. Whatever dreams you want to manifest. When you see this Empress and this Magician on either side of this huge push forward energy, you're so capable and will succeed. Like, this is brilliant. And just to see that star energy then supporting it, sweeping the journey. I just watched it in those cards, and beautiful self-perception, beautiful position to be in. Even if things feel like they're crumbling, they're not. They're coming together for you. So in the way the closest to you may be perceiving you at this time, those around you, this could be multiple people involved. We've got Seven of Cups, Six of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. So maybe a little bit confused and going through a passage at the moment, going through a transition, some sort of portal or life transition. Perhaps a lot of options in front of you and a little bit of confusion as to which way to go or how to navigate and handle this. But you have got this Queen of Pentacles, right? So everyone around you knows you can handle this. You can handle this with just grace. Okay, we fell down again. We're good. We're back. I will not let it ruin my day. Poise, as I was saying, and grace, and handling this transition with poise and grace. Like, I'm trying to handle my tripod with poise and grace. You've got this. This is saying the people around you have just as much confidence in you as you do, and some people may think that it'll be. I feel like this is more like when we see the Seven of Cups. It's just that it's a bit much. Perhaps they see you might be a little overwhelmed or have a lot to handle or deal with in this transition. But ultimately, this is for your for the better of your life, of your creation, of what you want to manifest. such a powerful, abundant, beautiful queen who's so capable of extending so much warmth and generosity to the people around her, but not only just giving, but just in her presence, in just the way she conducts her life. She offers so much wisdom in her movements, in her words, in her touch, in her cooking, in the way she decides to lead her life. And this is a transition in your life. I can see that here. So, action advice. Well, here we are, sitting, pausing, reevaluating the path ahead and what this abundant new creation is going to look like. This beautiful, prosperous new beginning with the Ace of Pentacles. Four of Cups. It can be rejecting of an offer. So you're evaluating those things that you don't want to bring with you. There's spilt cups, and there's one cup being offered. And quite often in this card, they're looking away from the potential and the opportunities. So there's a lot of opportunity for you to create something out of this situation, okay? And you're just pausing to figure out how to do that, I guess. And the advice is to pause and give yourself time to figure out how to do that. I don't think that there's a big deadline. There might be a deadline. I'm not sure your situation, but at the end of the day, you can't force growth, and you need to come to these realizations and epiphanies and ideas all by yourself, and you will, and you are, and it's unfolding. And we're looking at reevaluating the path you're taking, what you're creating. Yeah. Just don't lose hope here, okay? I guess because there's so much capability. But then I get a little reminder that some of you might be losing a little bit of hope here, and to not do that. And I feel like I could have been more reassuring in this reading, but I also just feel your potential and capability is so high. So outcome, Four of Cups, Four of Swords. Resonant with that Four of Cups. Taking time out to rest, stepping back. With the Hanged Man is one to look at things differently from a different perspective too. So taking a step back and perhaps shifting this to see how this could be happening for you and what the wisdom is here. There's a brand new beginning for you here, new uncharted territory, perhaps a bit of a risky move, but you are moving towards something fresh and new, and there's a lot of wisdom to be gained from this experience. The outcome is higher learning and embodying the wisdom that you've gained from this experience to move forward in the new part of your journey, and use that wisdom that you've gained here. Turning any pain or darker experiences, transmuting that into the light and into wisdom to use on the path ahead. There's a lot of great lessons to be learned from this experience, and perhaps more, a lot more learning to go as you move ahead here too. There's needing for time for integration and transmutation. I'm feeling here, meditation, relaxation, all of the Asians. Right. Okay. I've got a couple of oracle cards to close out this reading. So the new ones we've got from Star Temple. Look how pretty the backs are. I love it. I was so excited when I opened them. I actually squealed a little bit because I was like, oh! I really like the back. The Lost Star, rebirth, out of the darkness into the light. There you go. The Lost Star. Is that focusing? Okay. You may be feeling lost or defeated, as if everything is collapsing and crashing down around you. Don't give up or be disheartened. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, and you will find your way out of this mess. Electra, the Lost Star, is here to tell you that this setback is only temporary. Know that you can and will overcome any meteor shower headed your way. You will find your heavenly Milky Way once again. This experience has only made you stronger and wiser. Step forward with confidence to be seen, heard, and appreciated. Don't dim your light for anyone or anything. And that's just everything I just said. Woo. There's so much wisdom to be gained from this experience, whatever that may be, and give yourself time to do that and go through that, because it's happening for you. This is all part of your wonderful lessons and learnings of life, so that you can then translate those experiences to others and help them move through their experiences with the wisdom you've gained. So the next card, Forge, Don't Follow, by Starseed Oracle. I'll link them all below. I'll just... there. Okay. This card is for leaders. You are here to pave a path that hasn't been walked before, to go first and lead the way for others who are calling you in. If you feel misrepresented in the media, step forward for those who feel misrepresented. If no one's speaking out on the topics you feel passionate about, share your unique voice. There's no one on earth who comes close to possessing your unique combination of skills, gifts, and life experiences. Do not look at those who have come before you to work out your path. Leaders must forge their own. Do it for your daughter. Do it for your younger son, for the younger you. Do it for the leaders who follow. When you go first, you make it easier for others to follow your lead. Forge, don't follow. And this is very much, I feel, in relation to what we were just talking about how the experiences that the wisdom that you gain from these experiences, these are unique experiences for you, and you need to have them so that you can gain that wisdom and then translate that forward and help others, because you will or are in a leadership role in your life. Perhaps that's something that's always called to you, and you've always found yourself in a position of spreading loving messages or advice or leadership in one way or another, where you're guiding and teaching. And so, yeah, this whole experience is all for you, not to you. And I'll leave it at that. So I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I look forward to connecting again next week. Bye.